Sinuses do not become inflamed on their own. They do not fall ill suddenly. They do not flare without a reason. They are simply the first place to collapse. When obesity shifts from an energy reservoir into a permanent inflammation factory, chronic sinusitis is not an yenti problem, not a seasonal allergy, not a series of unexplained infections. It is a localized reflection of a systemic inflammatory state that moves through the bloodstream before settling in the sinuses. What is really happening? When visceral fat increases, low-grade systemic inflammation rises. Pro-inflammatory cytokines increase. Mucus secretions become thicker. Sinus ventilation declines. Microdrainage becomes impaired. And the nose does not scream. It blocks. Fahad, 39 years old. Gradual weight gain over years of desk work. Recurrent sinus inflammation. Endless antibiotics. At first, constant pressure around the eyes. Heavy morning headaches. Thick secretions without fever. Recurrent congestion without clear infection. He told himself, sensitive sinuses, whether chronic allergy. But the problem never disappeared. Every treatment eased symptoms, without extinguishing the cause. At one honest moment, he said, I feel like my head is always full, even when I'm not sick. Whispers from the sinuses. The inflammation never leaves. The secretions are too heavy to move. Local immunity is exhausted. The problem isn't here, it's what reaches us. Visceral fat, elevated systemic inflammation, and impaired mucosal immunity within the sinuses. Genes such as IL-6, TNF, MUC5AC, TLRs. They did not cause the inflammation on their own, but they made Fahad's sinuses more vulnerable within a persistently inflammatory environment. Intelligent analysis revealed the truth. Tracking, waist circumference, inflammatory markers, insulin resistance, mucus viscosity, sleep patterns, infection recurrence, revealed a silent reality. The sinuses were not diseased. They were immersed in an inflammatory environment, no longer capable of draining itself. What does research say? What the body whispers, science confirms. Obesity increases the risk of chronic sinusitis. Low-grade inflammation weakens mucosal immunity. Mucus viscosity rises with metabolic inflammation. Reducing visceral fat improves sinus drainage, even without repeated antibiotic use. Recurrent congestion, headaches without a clear cause, inflammation that never ends. Not a coincidence. Not sensitive sinuses.
Sinuses do not fail because they are weak, but because they are the first organ to be affected when the body loses its inflammatory balance. Dr. Holly, they are questions your body asks through your nose. Will you shut down the inflammation factory, or will you keep treating the site while leaving the source running without interruption?